Wondering if it's a good idea to hire foreign virtual assistants for your business? Check out this video. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of hiring foreign virtual assistants in your business. To start with some of the pros, the first thing is obviously going to be cost savings. Now, as a business owner, it's your job to make sure that you have the best cost of goods and materials possible so you can offer the best rate and get the best profit margin that you can to your customers. And I've heard a lot of questions based on hiring foreign virtual assistants and whether it's ethical morally to pay them, based on where they're from versus what, maybe the standard pay rate in your country may be for that position. Well, the reality is that a lot of these people in foreign countries, especially developing countries, they don't have the same opportunities and they simply just don't make the same amount of money that we do in countries like the United States, Europe, things like that. And so when it comes to figuring out compensation, in a developing country, you could have someone who has a nursing license, who's got a doctor, diploma, and they can actually do, medical jobs, high-level medical jobs. You have someone who's in accounting, certified, all of these different programs and licenses and diplomas, and they're still only making maybe a couple $100s a month, which is more than the average wage over there, but it's not life-changing money. It's not like how it is in a lot of these Western countries where you can go get a diploma, potentially. You can go get a highly specialized license, and then you can make, significantly more money because you have a skill that a lot of other people don't. And so when you take a look at what opportunities they have and the fact that you could probably come in, pay someone $500, $600 a month, at a starting point, you're already increasing their life quality and you're keeping costs low for your company. And so this really is a beautiful combination. I try to tell people all the time, as long as the employee is happy doing the job that they're doing and getting paid at the level that they are, and you're happy with their quality of work, it's a beautiful scenario. So yes, you can absolutely save money, right, on the investment that you'd make in your foreign virtual VAs versus where you would hire domestically if you're in the developed countries in the United States, Canada, Europe, places like that. The next huge pro, a lot of people don't actually realize, is the stickability of foreign virtual assistants. And what I mean by stickability is that if you hire a foreign virtual assistant and you hire the skills based on the tasks that you need done, and that person has a true passion for that job, for those skills, and a true passion for your business and helping you reach your goal, this person is going to be worth investing into. And so versus where if you hire a lot of times in developed countries, again in the West, you hire domestic employees, we're programmed to always be looking for that next best opportunity. And so there's not of, employee, employer loyalty and retention versus foreign virtual assistants. They don't have as many opportunities as we do in the West. And so if you can treat them well, pay them on time, let them do their job, have some freedom, support them, then they are going to be loyal to you and they will work with you forever. They are not so money hungry that they're going to just jump on the next opportunity that comes their way. Now, you should be paying them fairly, okay, for the workload and for the country that they're from. But as long as you do that, then you're going to be able to maintain and retain your foreign virtual assistants for a very long time. And this kind of leads into the third point is they are very trainable. So foreign virtual assistants, when you're looking to hire, depending on the position you're looking to hire for, should have some kind of relative experience, or they should have some very specific skills that you're looking for, and maybe if they have a little less experience. But they're going to be very trainable. They're going to be very trainable on your systems. They're going to be very trainable on the softwares that you're using, your processes, utilizing things like standard operating procedures. They're going to be trainable in these skills that you want them to do. A lot of times, foreign virtual assistants will naturally do ongoing education and training outside of their job allotted hours with you to get better at what they're doing and to get more skills, so that way they can do more for your company and be compensated more. Foreign virtual assistants are really going to be trainable, and they're going to grow with your company. And so the next point is that they're going to be extremely hardworking. And this goes right into the trainable aspect. Again, because foreign virtual assistants in developing countries do not have as much opportunity, they're going to appreciate the opportunity that they have with your company. Again, as long as you treat them well, you pay them right, and you take care of what they need and support them, they're going to be extremely hard workers. I literally just had one of my VAs, it was storming really bad where she was, and their house actually flooded a little bit, and so she could get her work done, she took it upon herself to go get a hotel room. That's an extra cost that she would not have asked me to cover. She just went to go get a hotel room done so she can, get her work done and get it completed, because she knows that's important to me. And so now I have the option of supporting her in that and saying, hey, let me contribute to that, because I appreciate the initiative that you took to make sure that you can get our work done. And so these are the kind of relationships that you can have because they're hardworking. The next pro would be that they are very trustworthy. You can find foreign virtual assistants that can manage almost any aspect in your business. So you're going to be able to trust them with, bank accounts. You're going to be able to trust them with sensitive client information. You're going to be able to trust them with sensitive company information. You're going to be able to give them access to your financial tools and software if need be. Now, you always need to make sure that you're vetting your VAs and you're giving them time to prove themselves. But generally, most foreign VAs, again, they're so appreciative of the opportunity that they want to just continue to work, grow, and serve your company. And so you're not really going to have as many trust issues. Generally, they're going to show up on time a lot more as well. So back to the hardworking and reliability aspect, you're going to be able to trust your foreign VAs to be there. And foreign VAs are very easy to manage. I'm glad you're enjoying the video. If you need help with hiring, training, or managing your VAs, make sure you click the link in the description below to check out our free VA hiring workshop. If you need one-on-one help with me, click the link to schedule an appointment to see how I can help. If you have the right systems, tools, and processes in place to do so. They're very, you're going to be able to know what to expect from them. You're going to be able to know how they operate, and you're going to be able to trust that they're going to get the work done at the quality which they have been giving it to you. So if you want a better quality, you work on training them. If you are happy with the quality of work, you can continue to expect that same quality of work. Now, as with all employees, they do need to be managed ongoing. There's going to be new problems that happen as you're developing your company and doing new things. There's going to be different hurdles they're going to have, whether it's with your company or in their lives. And so they do need to be managed. However, again, you can have a management VA who's overseeing that and doing the majority of that for you, so you're not having to spend time on that. Okay, now that we've covered some of the basic pros, let's talk about some of the cons. And there's not really that many cons. The biggest cons are going to be really cultural and what your expectations are. Let's start with the first thing, which is you have to have good systems, processes, and software to support your virtual assistants. They are working remotely. You have to be able to build out good instruction manuals such as standard operating procedures. You have to be able to dictate very clearly good instructions. They speak different languages primarily, especially if you're hiring from a foreign country. So you're going to need to be able to dictate and be able to confirm that your virtual assistants completely understand what it is that they're supposed to do, their tasks and their job title. Not job title, but job function. And so that's going to be the first hurdle, is a lot of business owners kind of lack in this area when it comes to implementing systems, processes, SOPs. Now, every business, whether you hire foreign virtual assistants or not, should have these things, but they are a must-have for having a good foreign virtual VA experience. So that is the first hurdle. You're going to have to spend some time setting up these different systems, softwares, and processes so that your foreign virtual assistants can function properly within your business. The next thing is going to be filtering out your foreign virtual assistants. In the West, in developed countries, it's kind of more of a, I would say, understanding that someone is going to apply for a job that they have relative experience for, and they're going to be accurate in their resume, unless they're being malicious, of course, which we won't include those people here. But for general, people in the West, when they're applying for jobs, are going to apply to something for which they have experience and for which they can prove that experience in their resumes. Now, through language barriers, you'll have a lot of foreign virtual assistants, and then through just lack of opportunity, you'll have a lot of foreign virtual assistants apply for jobs which maybe they don't have the exact experience, or maybe they had a previous job where the hiring team told them that, hey, your job is this title, but they really weren't doing that job function as you may consider it being done. And so you need to do a lot of qualification when you're looking at hiring foreign virtual assistants. You need to make sure that they can go through your guidelines, your expectations of how they need to operate and work within your company, that how they need to deliver work, the skills they need to have, the job functions they're going to be doing. You need to do a thorough job of vetting them. Now, I have another video where I go into that specifically in the top questions you need to ask when looking to hire foreign virtual assistants. So make sure you go check out that video, but you definitely need to vet them well. Another con is just going to be cultural and language differences. So you're going to have some patience when working with foreign virtual assistants and communicating with them. You're going to have to speak slower. You're going to have to probe more and ask better questions. And this isn't, again, because they're being malicious, but this is because they are used to people-pleasing and appeasing their managers. So they want to try to make you happy as much as possible. So you have to understand that, and you have to make sure that you're communicating with them clearly, that they understand, and they're not just saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and that they truly understand and make them feel comfortable in that process. And so that's going to be one hurdle that you probably are going to have to spend more time and attention on that with foreign virtual assistants than you would hiring an employee domestically or hiring a standard salaried employee who's going to be working next to you or in your office, on the day-to-day basis. It takes a little bit more time to build trust and rapport and to make sure that they are on the same track as the job function that you have for them. The next thing is going to be payment, and I wouldn't really consider this a con, but it is just something you need to keep in mind. But there's going to be different payment methods that you're going to want to take into consideration when hiring foreign virtual assistants. You're going to need to use a different platform or software than what you normally use. So, for example, I use Wise a lot to send my payments overseas. And so that's something you're going to have to look into is, tax laws, where you're hiring at and hiring from. Certain countries, even if they're independent contractors, if they work with you for a certain period of time, they're then considered by that country to be an employee, and they should be, paying taxes. You should be paying taxes on their behalf and everything. So that is something to keep in mind. It's not a hurdle I've really run into. And it's actually usually pretty simple to navigate. You can have your foreign virtual assistants give you that information. For example, what does health insurance cost? What is taxes cost? Like, what do you have to pay for all of that? And then you can pay them extra as a salary, and then they can take care of that if you want. That's usually how that's done. But it is something that you need to pay attention to when you're looking to hire foreign virtual assistants as well.
Hey everyone, that's the end of the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and leave the like button to let me know that you got value from the video, as well as go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that way you can be tuned in when I create more videos in the future. Also, go ahead and check out the description if you want to find out more information about working with me one-on-one. I do provide consulting and coaching services for hiring VA teams, for marketing teams, and sales teams to help your business get consistent growth so you can live a life of abundance.